Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to New World. A lot of you guys let me know that we do want to be level 25 or higher before we take on the dungeon. So with that in mind, we're going to head to the south today, and we have 3 quests here to do that are from level 19, level 20, and then even a level 23 elite quest way down here to the south. We're going to work on those, and then we're also going to pop our heads into Cutlass Keys. And we are going to at least get it so we can fast travel to there. And we're going to take a look at the quests that are available down there. Somebody mentioned not to head north. I'm assuming they meant into the Brightwood. That if I headed north, it might ruin some things. I'm assuming they were talking about maybe story elements. And really, I mean, all I can say to that is that I hope that there's stuff that I could potentially spoil for myself, because if there is stuff that we could spoil, it means there's a little bit more substance to the story that we'll find out soon that we really don't have yet. So far, to me, the story is pretty insubstantial. I would have liked for a more gradual introduction to the corruption as part of the story if they really wanted me to get invested in becoming a soul warden and feeling like my character should be invested in it at all. Like, you gotta think that we washed up on a boat, came ashore, and then immediately we're doing tasks for people, which is fine. We kind of have like the lay of the land explained to us, and we're immediately finding these places that have succumbed to the corruption. But, I mean, to us, it could have been something that happened last week, it could have been something that happened 4 years ago. Looking at the state of the buildings, it's a lot of times hard to tell how long those areas have fallen to the corruption. Now, if they had done something like have us land on the shores, maybe meet a group of NPCs who would become core characters and built our relationships with those characters, and had us kind of build up like a fortification or a small settlement of our own in the first area that we land in, and then have that settlement be attacked and overcome by the corruption as like a really visceral way of saying, hey, the corruption is here. It's really bad. Look, it killed some characters that you had been questing with and adventuring with to build this little settlement. That would have kind of explained things from like a story perspective and set the tone for the world. And it would have got us invested in it as a character, you know, in character. And maybe built some actual stakes for why we would want to become a soul warden and how dangerous the corruption can really be. Whereas in its current state, it's all just a little abstract to us. Those are my story thoughts, but yeah, that's a little bit of a rant. I'm apparently having trouble, like, climbing over this mountain to get to the area that I need to be. That is potentially a huge problem. Let's, like, focus on definitely seeing if we can climb up this, but so far it's been a no-go. This looks like a decent place to try. There we go. Alright, we figured it out. So what are we looking for over here? Defeat Farmer Sneed. And yeah, I'm sure that during that long rant I just went on, I probably missed a bunch of stuff on my compass and in the surrounding area. I know that really, really annoys people when I miss some things, but it does happen. It does happen from time to time. Luckily, we can see Farmer Sneed. This might be the is this the first time we've seen this, or have we seen this enemy model once or twice before? It looks familiar. This might be the first time we've seen it really like out in the open in the daylight. We are like tank spec here, full tank spec, so... Oh, something weird is going on with my mouse keybinds. There we go. Should be fixed. I'd love to get my hammer out. That's probably going to be more useful here. Alright, we've leashed the big guy for now. 1 items are heavily damaged. You should repair it soon. Yeah, that's heavily damaged. We can repair from here, can't we? Yeah, we can hold down R and click. Okay. All better. Alright, let's approach this guy again, this time with the hammer out, and without an ad, hopefully. Definitely want to get a food buff going. And we don't want to stand in that. We have a disease now, which is great. That was quite a little daze it put on us. Alright, we've pulled an ad again. That's less than ideal. I think we're gonna get it though. There we go. Now, I'm not sure if a guy like that size, is that supposed to be something that we handle in a group? Or was that like a solo elite? Because it was a little bit of a challenge, but I don't feel like it would have required a full group to kill it. Let's say that with my level of skill, if it required a full group to kill it, I doubt that I would be able to kill it. I think that's pretty obvious. I want these, so I guess I'm gonna have to fight. I do have a lot of my stats put into Constitution right now because I thought we were gonna go tank that dungeon. Maybe I should change this. Let's take this to the first node right there, okay, and then let's put the rest into strength. Maybe that way we'll deal a little bit more damage. There we go, that's probably fine. Alright, we need to head over to the east, to the Fong family orchard to look for chests, of course, because what else would we be looking for? If not chest. I do want to grab this stuff. That's true. I would like the blueberry bushes as well. Let's go ahead and take care of this guy. I'm really hoping that down in Cutlass Keys we will be able to see a few new enemy types. The combat in this game is not bad. It's pretty enjoyable if you just get into a flow of things. What would make it more enjoyable is if the enemies I came up against were varied. Especially amongst the 4 zones. That's kind of the downfall of it, is that not only are we seeing the same enemies a lot, we're seeing them across 4 different zones. Think about World of Warcraft, how it released in 2004, and how many different enemy types and different locales you could visit within the first 20 hours of gameplay. And yeah, every time, I remember like, what really drew me into WoW and MMORPGs in general is like getting to a new zone and having that zone tell a different visual story than any place you'd been previously. Having its own lighting, its own animals, its own plants. That was one of the things that really drew me in both to World of Warcraft and overall into MMORPGs and these big online worlds. And unfortunately in New World, for the first 4 zones that you're in, because they are all starting zones, they all look and feel pretty similar and have incredibly similar animals and enemies. Like, at level 24, we're fighting, like, the same stuff, basically, that we were fighting back at level 5. And that's one of those things, like all the PvE stuff that exists in this game was like a later addition to the game. When Amazon designed the game, it was intended to be a PvP open world sandbox with crafting. And it is not that same game today. But a lot of the PvE stuff feels pretty limited because of that. That design philosophy change that the game went through sometime in the alpha. Alright, chest. Oh yeah, hi. Did you just respawn? Like literally just respawn instantly right in front of us? No, that couldn't be. No game would have a respawn right that high, would they? Couldn't have been a respawn. Had to be a fluke. Alright, the chests are likely going to be inside the buildings. Maybe since we are not going to be tanking a dungeon anytime soon, I should also throw the hatchet on. We do have a hatchet, yes we do. Yeah, the abilities are on cooldown, yep. Okay, let's wait. There we go. We could pull that out. Are these guys strong to slash damage? No, it's just normal. I keep hearing that the Warhammer is going to get nerfed. I guess the biggest reason is because of all of its stuns that it has. Which is basically the thing that I enjoy the most about it. So I'm kind of hoping that however they change it, it isn't just to take away all the stuns. Like maybe it can deal significantly less damage but still have all the stuns, I don't know. But if they take away all the cool stuns and the knockback and stuff, I don't know if that would be a weapon I'd continue to use. The good thing about it though is it does do the impact damage. Which I don't think anything else does. Does anything else deal impact damage? Maybe ice? Or is that thrust? Is fire impact? I don't actually know. And I don't have any of those weapons on me to check. Harvester pants, medium legwear intelligence, reinforced harvesting luck while harvesting gain 3.3 chance of finding rare items. I think that's really cool for people who are super into just the crafting side of this game to have gear that gives bonuses to their crafting. That's really, really cool. And honestly, crafting, I think, is where this game, one of the places where this game really actually shines. Yeah. Is the crafting. So if you're one of those people that really love the crafting, I'd love to hear from you, because that's kind of my impression of it as someone who only dabbles in crafting, is that the crafting seems really good. Because I say that because I've enjoyed it, whereas in most MMOs I don't enjoy crafting at all. Just look at all my WoW playthroughs and look at how many of them actually have me leveling crafting. Only in the hard mode playthroughs I've done have I actually leveled crafting. Because yeah, usually I find it incredibly boring and often really not worth the time investment in a way where I want to actually spend that time on it. And yes, I am just harvesting some crops here to level up our harvesting a little bit. Also thinking, where else do we want to look for items here? And I'm thinking we could come down farther to the south and check some of the other buildings. That might be a good idea. We'll try to chain these guys off of us here. Maybe we can start by investigating... Oh, wait, we went to a different area. Okay, so this is not the same area. We are not going to be finding any crates down there, it does not seem. This small section is the part that is the family orchard. And these guys are not gonna, they're not gonna stop, so... yeah. Alright, we have a spitter back here in the bushes. Can we get on top of this, maybe? Is that something we can do? Yes, it is. They're probably just gonna run in the front and, yeah, and aggro everything on their way. That's not good. 3 of them is a lot, it seems. We'll just swing away here and probably hit a few things. Hey, at least for all that, we did get a supply cache. So we only need one more chest. Yeah, those guys have quite a range, don't they? Alright, what do we want to do now? Because, yeah, we could head all the way out to 23. But I think we go down to Cutlass Keys first. That is kind of what I'm thinking. Is that we go down to Cutlass Keys first. And that way at least we could teleport there in the future. And we'll get to see what level the quests are out of there. Now we are getting pretty close to level 25. But I don't know if that actually means that we'll be able to find a quest for the dungeon, or a group for the dungeon quest, at level 25, or if we're going to have to be as a tank, maybe people will expect us to be a little bit of a higher level. But I'm going to try, and I'll try to look for a group as a tank, and if that doesn't work, I'll try to look for a group as DPS. And if that doesn't work, then we will continue to level up. I still do think it's a little bit odd, regardless of how you feel about a looking for group tool. I find it odd to gate the main story quest progression behind a dungeon, but not have some kind of tool that people can use to easily find a group of some difficulty level so that they can complete the story quest. A little bit strange. Maybe it's something that we'll see them add in the future. Who knows? I remember we once had a quest for this, but we didn't have the skill that we needed at the time. It's nice to be able to get it now. I think there's another one here on the other bank of the river. And I guess it's probably too much to hope that the town down here looks significantly different than the towns we've been in so far. As far as I can tell, they're using like very similar buildings and very similar layouts in all the towns. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense from like a lore perspective. Like, how would they build the town quickly? They'd probably do it to a very basic specification and have few variations from that. And that would probably allow them to throw up these settlements rather quickly. But then again, I also think, like, haven't they been here for quite some time? You'd think that they would be more elaborate and maybe have their own personalities as time went on. But yeah, they seem to just be copy-paste. Which is a shame, because they're charming in their own way. And if they each had their own character, that could probably just help even more with immersion and stuff. Alright, let's zoom in here for a closer look. Basically exactly what we would expect. Let's pop in to the faction leader over here. Maybe. There we go.
You don't look so tough. Oh, seems you're in a hurry to experience a painful death.
The legendary warrior Hamido, now a lost pirate. You'll have to defeat him in combat. I don't really want to join an outpost rush, no. And she doesn't have a regular faction board here yet. Which is a little weird.
No one is going to recognize this as a pipe. Oh, we do? Oh, Mr. Heron was looking for something specific. I'm not
Go to
so
the ruins
picky.
and see what you can find.
Oh, if we're lucky, you'll find more than just artifacts.
Ever since Shattered Mountain erupted, it feels like the corrupted are breathing down our necks.
Alright, what have they done? See, we're supposed to like really feel this, but you know, I feel like had more things happen to us when we first arrived, with that mountain shattering, and then maybe our little camp gets overrun then by corrupted and everyone that we were questing with gets murdered, that would have invested me a lot more.
Tremors have been originating from a corrupted mining camp in Ancient's Pass.
We fear it's more than just natural mind disturbances, as it has been getting steadily worse. What do you need me to do?
The corrupted are up to something.
There's new purpose to their actions. We need you to put a stop to the explosions before the hillsides come down around our ears. Level 29 armor case. Yeah, probably a little bit higher than what we can take on right now. So let's find that out. Level 28. Level 28. And yeah, so we're talking about all level 28s basically. Okay, well that answers that question. But at least now when we're ready to come down and do level 28 stuff, we can simply teleport to Cutlass Keys. That being said, what do we want to do now? Maybe we should head out here to the west. Yeah, I think that's gotta be our plan. But that's good to know, and like I said, it is good to have the ability to teleport down here from another settlement. Feels like one of the only ones that's right on the border. We could probably cut across country a little bit. See if we come across anything incredibly dangerous. We'll just probably just keep running and hope for the best, I suppose. If we somehow stumble across like a level 28 area. But we'll only be in Cutlass Keys for a short part of the journey. It is going to necessitate that we climb a cliffside here though, which should be okay. I see a couple of possibilities for ways up. Uh-oh. Are we gonna have a way up, or are we gonna be just kind of locked out? Doesn't look good. That was kind of the way I thought we would get up. Maybe if we come down here, we'll find something else? Or maybe we are gonna have to take the long way after all. I don't know if that was supposed to work, but it did. So I am not going to complain. Warm plate cap. I don't know if we've seen these before or not. They don't look familiar to me. And if we have seen them before, we probably have not been able to harvest them. Let's run up here and reveal this landmark. We can harvest the dragon glory here. They do a good job of making their crafting nodes look really cool as well. Which, like I said, you could really tell that they put a lot of work into the crafting. Briggins Bastion, level 24 area. Let's see if we can climb up over here. That doesn't look promising. Maybe we're gonna have to kind of go around part of this. Yeah, potentially. Maybe we'll find a way up and over further down. One of you guys let me know that the most fall damage we can take is going to be half of our current health. So what that means is we can jump off of anything. Which is really good to know. I really do appreciate learning stuff from you guys about the game. Let's see. Yep, this is not a way up. We're going a little bit further out of our way here. That was close. Yeah, we're not getting up that. And we've just ended up back in Cutlass Keys. Maybe we can get up here. This looks a likely spot. See, that was a pretty huge fall, and that was not even half of our health. We have aggroed some people who don't seem happy with us. But maybe we're gonna ignore these people. For the time being, at least. Didn't realize we were stuck back in an enemy area, but should have figured it out. I don't really know the best way to get back here unless we like totally do go over the mountain and come down from above and behind. Anything else seems like incredibly out of the way. But then again, who knows if this is actually going to work. I mean, I'm assuming that what? Is he going to be below us? Is there a cave somewhere? It's got to be a cave entrance. Oh, this is for like maybe a 5-man group, it says? Yeah, okay, well. This could end up being bad. Yeah, okay, so yeah, they're serious about the 5-man group thing. This is a pretty cool enemy. We've seen something like it before, I think. I think we just aggroed all the stuff inside the building there, which is probably really bad. I don't really think we're going to be able to kill this thing, but if we did, it would probably take us an incredible amount of time. Kind of stuck on a corner here. Not really where I want to be, obviously. Yeah, as fun as that was, I am ready for that to be over. Okay, so when they say that it needs to be a 5-man group, it actually has to be a 5-man group. They are serious about that. So, yeah, now we know. With that being said, that takes those 2 quests off the table, which means we have to figure out where we're going to go next. Okay, let's see. We're not doing any of these because these all take place in the dungeon. We have a level 19 quest out here to plunder the Amarine Temple. And then we have a level 18 quest right outside of town. I guess we're going to have to do those. we could check the mission board to make sure that we have all the available quests. And then we also have this level 24 quest out here, which doesn't say it's a group quest, so we'll do that. That is going to be the plan, guys, but I am going to take a little bit of a break. We will head out to the east first, then we will circle up to the northeast, rather to the west first, then to the northeast, then over here to the east, and by then we will be able to hearth back to town. And yeah, then we'll be level 25. I will try to look for a group both as DPS and as a tank, see if I can find either or. And if that works, we'll do the dungeon. If not, we're going to keep on questing for a little while. I don't know, like, how interesting it's going to be to keep grinding out quests in different areas that are going to quickly become quests that we have done many, many times before. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We also have a few things to do up in Everfall. A little bit lower level, though. I want to be working on some higher level stuff, so we probably know that we can't do these similar to the ones in Cutlass Keys. They're probably going to be around level 28, right? But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Always love to hear from you. And as always, I really appreciate you being here with me today and all the support you've shown the series. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back in New World really soon. Bye now.